What's going down, y'all? One half of the Wake Up Crew here to talk some NFL prop plays over on Prize Picks for this Week 5 NFL slate. Quick recap before we get into the plays of last Sunday's plays that we talked about. It was a clean sweep. Yeah, it was exciting. It was a clean sweep. We had CeeDee Lamb over 7.5 targets. He hit that. We talked about Mark Andrews on the video, but right after the video, I was like, the weather's bad. Take Zach Ertz over 5.5 targets. He cashed that. Romeo Doubs, 5 targets. He cashed, as well as Daniel Carlson, field goals, 1.5. He went over that. So it was a good Sunday. Hopefully we carry that momentum forward. College football has been kicking our asses, but hopefully we've got some good plays for you identified today. And unfortunately, Prize Picks at the time I'm recording this video still does not have the receiving target plays or props posted. I'll be waiting for those, and if I find some good ones, which I'm sure I will, I'll post those in the comments after the video. So let's go ahead and get to it. We'll be diving into some defensive plays today, some tackles and assisted tackle plays, and I'll walk you through my process of what I'm looking for. So I want to start out talking about Dre Greenlaw, the inside linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers. I want to talk about him because I like this number a lot for Greenlaw. You see what he's done over the last 3 games, 8, 10, and 14. Snap share, 100%. And when I'm looking for defensive tackle props, I've got sort of a checklist that I go through, and snaps is a big part of that checklist. I also am looking at top 12 teams in plays per game. I'm looking at rushing attempts per game, teams inside the top 12. And then pass attempts, I want them to be middle of the road, because if they're top in rushing, they're probably going to be right in the middle in pass attempts per game. Now, Greenlaw, the issue is, although he meets the criteria for snaps played, the Carolina Panthers, who he's facing off against today, they're 32nd. They're dead last in plays run per game. They are 27th in rush attempts per game with 21.5, and they are towards the bottom of the league in pass attempts per game at 26 in the league with 29 pass attempts per game, which is not, this does not fit the criteria, right? But, this is juice to the over. Greenlaw is that free-flowing linebacker in that offense. Baker Mayfield's not going to push the ball downfield often, so I am going to take Dre Greenlaw more than 7.5 assisted tackles and assisted tackles. But if I were ranking it on the checklist priority, it would be towards the bottom, because he only fits one of 3 criteria things that I'm looking for. So Dre Greenlaw, I like it more than 7.5 tackles and assisted tackles, but again, it would be the lower of the 3 plays that I'll be talking about. The next tackle and assisted tackle play that I want to bring up is Zaven Collins, the linebacker from the Arizona Cardinals. 5.5 tackles and assisted tackles. I like that for Collins. So let's just pull up what he's done so far this season. Arizona, where are you at? Arizona, Philadelphia. And he's going to fit a lot of the criteria marks that I'm looking for. So Collins, so far this season, has hit this number 3 of 4 games. And in the game where he went sub 5.5 tackles, he actually left in the third quarter with an injury. So he's playing almost 100% of snaps. He's that inside linebacker in that scheme. And some of the peripheral things that I look for as far as Philadelphia, where they rank. Philadelphia is 5th in plays per game. They're also 1st in rush attempts per game in the NFL at 38.3. Pass attempts per game, they're 30.3, which is 24th in the NFL. Not at the bottom, right there, they're towards the bottom, but he fits majority of the criteria that I'm looking for. I'd say like 2.5 out of 3 of the marks that I'm looking for when I'm targeting these positions for tackles and assisted tackle props. Zaven Collins fits that. So I like that more than 5.5 tackles and assisted tackles for Collins. Let me move my face out of the way. Sorry about that. And the last play that I want to talk about is Jonathan Owens, the strong safety for the Houston Texans, a player that we rocked with before on this channel, and he cruised past his number of 5.5. They moved it up to 6.5 on the books. This was anywhere from 6.5 to 7.5 tackles and assisted tackles. Prize Picks did not give us this last week because he's a tackle machine. So let's go to the Houston Texans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. There goes Jonathan Owens, 15, 10, 11. And last week versus the Chargers, he had 6 when he needed to hit 6.5. 100% snap rate for Jonathan Owens on a team that, Houston themselves, they don't run a ton of plays, and they're probably not going to move the ball a lot, which is going to give the Jacksonville Jaguars a lot of opportunity. They're 17th in plays per game. They're 11th in the NFL with 27.5 rush attempts per game, and they are 18th in pass attempts per game. So they're right there on the threshold of meeting all three criteria boxes. Again, on the books, you can find this at 7.5. So I really like the number that we're getting over in PrizePicks at 6.5. So I like Jonathan Owens more than 6.5 tackles and assisted tackles. And then the final play, where's he at? Daniel Carlson. They're giving us the field goals again. I'm going to continue to take it. Daniel Carlson has been cruising past this number 4, 2, 3, 3, and 4. I know it's a Monday night game. If you want to leave it alone, then don't touch it. But I like Daniel Carlson again. As long as they're going to give us 1.5, I'm just going to bet the over every single time. So Dre Greenlaw, 7.5. Zaven College, 5.5 tackles. Jonathan Owens, 6.5. And Daniel Carlson, 1.5 field goals made for the Monday night game. So there go the plays. As always, take what you like, leave what you don't. Comment below. Let me know what you're rocking with. Let me know which one of these plays you like, which ones you don't like. We don't make you pay for picks. We just ask that you like the content. So thank you for tapping in. As always, if you tail, give PrizePicks hell. And if we fail, do not bail. We'll be back with more Monday Night Football plays tomorrow. Enjoy Sunday football. Good luck, and I'll see y'all later. I'm out. Peace.